Once China does this, we will see Bitcoin dropping to $7,000 at least, because China and Japan again sell US debt. China's holdings hit 12 years low. And what I'm speaking about, I'm speaking here clearly about that China is constantly dropping US treasury securities. You see, we started in October 2021 with over 1 trillion holdings which China hold, and they constantly selling the US treasuries. And you see here right now in October they sold they sold over around 30 billion of US or 20 billion of US treasuries. They're holding only 900 billion of US treasuries. And not only China, we see also Japan does the same. You see here, Japan sold around, how much is it? Around 30-40 billion of US treasuries. And why they do this, bratans? Why they do this? They do this very clear. They do this to secure their own currency. This is the one reason, because they cannot sell their own treasuries, because if they sell their own treasuries, their yields are going higher and higher. And the crazy thing about this, the more they're selling the US treasuries, it's the same. The more the US treasury yields are spiking, and the cheaper are getting US treasuries, which will force other countries, and this is what China wants to do. They want to cause a treasury run on the treasury, so the other countries also, like for example we have here United Kingdom, Belgium and so on, starting to sell their US treasuries if the yields are getting higher and higher. This is the same what we saw with the England bank, where the yields are getting so crazy high that the Britons had to, or United Kingdom had to print money again. And China does not only selling for the reason to secure the yuan, China announced oil and natural gas trading in yuan during Saudi visit. So they want to disconnect the petrodollar, right? They want to trade commodities in yuan, and the more they're doing this, the less is the dollar worth, right? And the less the dollar is worth, the more what China want to cause a big crisis in the US, right? Because if the dollar is less worth, what we see, big companies in the US will have problems first with the high yields, because they cannot borrow money, because it's getting too dangerous because of the high yields. And the second thing is, through the de-dollarizing, the dollar is not worth so much as it used to be when it was the petrodollar, right? So big companies starts to going to toilet, US companies, and this will cause a big crisis. And the less the dollar is worth, the more we will see Bitcoin in the first moment, the more we will see Bitcoin dropping. And why I'm speaking here about $7,000 or $7,500, because this is the clear support which we're finding here on the Bitcoin price. If we are watching here, we have here this is the big resistance line here in the February 2016. Then it's coming here support. Then we see again here support in 2020. And we see here at around $7,000 is coming again support. So this is what could cause a big crisis in the first moment. Obviously, if the dollar is going to the toilet and all the companies, we will see a big drop also in Bitcoin, because they will sell even more Bitcoin, right? And also people will have less and less money, because the inflation will hit even harder. I hope you can follow me, bratans. But this is a process which will take time, because I mean they still have 900 billion worth of US treasuries, right? But they constantly selling. This is the big picture what we are watching for. And bratans, this perfectly fits also with this picture which I told you, that in the big picture I see here right now Bitcoin in the midterm a relief rally to around 35,000, and right after I'm expecting it that we're getting rejected on this line which we see here perfectly. It was support and resistance here. It's a support since 2020. I'm expecting a relief rally right now to the upside to 35k, and right after we could see, and this in the mid 2023, a big drop in Bitcoin again, either to 20k, or if the crisis will be really big, and China constantly selling and cause a treasury run that we are even go to 7K, right? So it perfectly fits with this theory. It's not a guarantee. It's all about probabilities, not certainties, bratans. And why I'm thinking here about a run, because it's very clear. So one factor is because it's exactly 1 year. It's not. It's like I tell you, history. It's not. History is not. It's not like a mirror, right? But it's similar. It's not repeating, but it's similar. So if we see here, based on the past, it was exactly 1 year from the top to the bottom, the previous bull or bear market, and right now we see also November till December clear 1 year. This one thing, and the second thing is, if we are watching here right now on the weekly, we see we are heavily oversold, and also we see on the weekly, this is what I never showed you, bratans, but we see here a big bullish divergence. You see RSI is the price of Bitcoin going down while the RSI is going up. So this is a very clear sign that we will see a big bull run to 30K. And like I tell you every time, for the people who are critical about 35K, it's only pump of 100%. Based on the past, we saw a pump even in the previous bear market over 400%, between 350 and 400%. So it's not a big deal, bratans. Very clear. In the immediate short term, let's speak what is happening in the immediate short term, and I show you also my trade. In the immediate short term, I expecting here that we will see we are going down, right? I mean, we broke out of this descending broadening wedge, which you see here, right? We have a perfect breakout, but we broke down here this green line. What is this? We broke down this green line to the downside, you see here. So what I want to see here is a retest of this descending broadening edge of this white line, and then see a big run to the upside. This is what I'm expecting. All the signals showing us this. Also, if we're putting out here the VBSM, volume based buy sell indicator momentum, we see here we start to creating a red field. What you see here right now, it's very clear. The red line crossed the blue line, and what we saw based on the past, as soon as the red line crossed the blue line, we saw a big dump. This was previous a dump over, wait a minute, it was a dump over 26%. So right now it could be a dump around 17%, or even that we are going to 14K. It's 22%. And like I showed you also yesterday, bratans, it's also perfectly fits in with our theory that we will see drop to 14K, because the big support here is coming on the monthly. You see here, based on the past, in January, December, we saw big monthly support is coming in here at around 13,800 to 14K, right? So what I'm doing right now, I'm at the moment in a short with over $50,000 in a short, $170 in profit, 17% in profit. And stay here with me, because right now what we could see right now on the daily, on the really minute basis, we could see here a retest of this red line, right? This red line, where it's coming from, I zooming out a little bit, this red line is coming here from this support which we saw since start of December. You see here support, and here 1 2 3, and here it was also support and resistance, and this is what we could see right now potentially. So please watch out for it. In my opinion, it's very clear. There are two options which we could do, and right now, be very cautious. Take your face into the screen right now. Push your face into the screen, because if we are pumping above 16,780, so above this resistance line, right? Above this support line, resistance line, right? You see here, I make it maybe should I make it? Okay, I make it yellow. If we're breaking here above this resistance lines around 16,780, then I expecting that we could see see here a pump to retest this red line. So there are two options. Either you're staying right now in a short like I'm doing and adding margin to your short until we're reaching here 17,200. What is very, very dangerous. Please do your own research. This is what I'm doing, because obviously we could break this red line to the upside, and if we would break this red line to the upside, I'm immediately closing my short and jumping into a long. However, all the indicators are clearly showing us that this will not happen, because especially if we are watching here RSI, if we are pumping to 17,200, the 1 hourly RSI will go, through the roof, and then we should see cool down. So very clear in my opinion. So either there's an option, you start to long Bitcoin if we're breaking, or Ethereum also, because just following Bitcoin at 60,780, long to 17,200. First price target is here 6,880, next one is 17,034, next one is 17,200, so 2.4% long opportunity. Or you start right now already shorting, and I expecting short. Actually, there's a third opportunity. You are longing here to 70,200 and start to shorting at 17,200, start shorting down, right? So, however, we could see also not a drop above 60,780, and we could right now start dropping further. So then the first price target is here very clear. It's this white line, which was here resistance, support, and resistance. So this would be the first support line at 15,800, approximately 5.6% short opportunity. Very clear. This is what I'm right now watching for. If we're breaking further up to 7,200 and even add to my position, if we're breaking above the red line and closing and opening along. But right now I'm expecting at least a drop to 15,800 and then further down to our price target of around 30,800, 14K. So all in all, 16% short opportunity, right? Very clear. I'm right now $47,500 in contract size in a short right now, $170 in profit, 17% in profit. Very clear, bratans. And if you also want to trade on Bybit, this is where I'm trading here, you can get the bonus up to $30,030 after a certain amount of initial deposit. And if you're trading through my affiliate link, you get free access to my Discord and Telegram channel, where you get all the news and also a short summary of my videos if you not have time to watch my videos. So very clear in my opinion, bratan. Please do your own research. It's not a financial advice, and watch out for China, watch out for the treasuries. If you have any questions, write me down below on Telegram group. Write me also which topic I should cover for you, bratans, and watch the video from yesterday about Binance, because this very, very important video about Binance, you have to watch about it. And never ever hold your coins on an exchange, long-term holdings. Use Binance, Bybit, doesn't matter for trading, but not hold long-term on an exchange, because this is too dangerous, bratans. Link is down below for Bybit if you want to trade also. If you have any questions, write them down below. I kiss you and I see you later. Mwah.